Hello and welcome live to the Ken Nickel Arena in Beaumont, Alberta. It is game 2 of round number 1 in the north between the home side Beaumont Outlaws and the visiting Edmonton Warriors. It's going to be an exciting one here today. The Outlaws have the 1-0 series lead and are looking to close it out and book their ticket to the North Finals with a victory tonight. The Warriors fighting to stay alive. We're just about set to get underway in this one. Cale Harris lined up for the draw up against Kai Morris. My name's Aiden Bolsgaard. Tristan Shaw is on your score bug, and we're about ready to get underway, and we are. Kai Ellis brings this one in along the right-hand side, getting pressured here by the Warriors' defense, and is going to be quickly turned back over the other way. Morris brings that one across half, leaves it there for Andrusiak. Andrusiak fakes a pass, puts it back up high. Now he's got Hilkowicz. Hilkowicz dishes off to the left side as the Warriors continue to move this ball around. 13 seconds on the shot clock. A quick shot there onto the Outlaws starting goaltender today, Reed McLeod, as he'll feed it out from behind his net, and the ball heads down the other way to the starting goaltender for the Warriors, Lucas Bialik. It's the Outlaws getting to work now. Shelton has it along the right side. Nice feed right down Broadway, and a shot whistled just wide that time by Carter Mitchell. Ball comes back down the other way. Stepping out to pick it up is Reed McLeod. It'll be Warriors ball on the over and back violation, so they'll be able to pick it up in the right corner here of the Outlaws zone. Fed back out high now. It's Redlick. Redlick goes back down to the right corner. 19 minutes to go in your opening frame. If you're just tuning in, don't worry. It's still 0-0. You haven't missed anything on the scoreboard thus yet, as a dive attempt from behind the net. That time going to be stopped and play going to be blown dead. Outlaws ball from their own crease as they finally find it from under Reed McLeod and look to move it up the floor once again. Cale Harris brings this one across half now. He'll dish it back up high. Move down to the right-hand side. Kieran Lewis makes his move to the inside. Lets that one go. It's stopped by Lucas Bialik. Settled down by him as well as the Warriors looking to head back north once again. Morrow runs this one up along the right-hand side. Challenge there by Carter Mitchell. He'll dish off now. It's in the stick of Sam Hilkowicz. Hilkowicz finds his man coming off the bench in Lucas Bowie, who instantly goes down to the corner. Open lane at the top. Shot fired wide of the net. Rebound all the way down the floor. It's going to be over and back called against the Warriors. Outlaws going to be able to pick up in the offensive zone. 18:08 remaining in your first period. Shots 1-1 between the Warriors and Outlaws. Your score knotted up goose egg to goose egg is Kieran Lewis. Dishes that one off from the point. Outlaws, cycling this one back up high as it's sent across. Lewis still with it in his pocket now. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Dishes that one through the middle. Rebound had to be gathered in the outside shot. Stopped by Bialik. Rebound pops out in the corner. Outlaws able to pick up. A fresh 30 on the clock for them. Up to the point now. Manning dishes off to the left-hand side. Hildebrand steps in. A low shot there, and another great stop by Bialik. The rebound popped out. And another reset for the Outlaws and a fresh 30 as they settle it down. Some pressure here in the offensive zone on the Warriors. It was a close 10-9 victory in Game 1 for Beaumont that has them in the series lead, and they'll get the opening goal here in this one as well. Kaysen Brownlee pots one home, and the Outlaws take the 1-0 lead. $17:20 to go in your opening frame. 1-0 Outlaws as we go back to the middle for this draw. Cale Harris lined against Kai Morris. Is this ball going to get pulled back cleanly and right to the Warriors goaltender? Bialik scanning the floor, going to feed it stretch up along the right-hand side. Has it in the pocket of Dylan Nicholson. Nicholson feeds it up high. Andrusiak now settling things down for his offense. He'll dish it off for Redlick. Redlick back to Andrusiak. Cross floor pass, faked attempt here, and now the shot from Hoagland. Gonna get blocked, and the Outlaws able to pick back up and head down the floor. McKenna pulls this one out wide on his strong side and gonna feed it off up high. Carter Mitchell, 20 seconds on the shot clock to work with now. Lets it go from the outside, and that one Looked like he caught a piece of the post, and now it's a fast break back the other way for the Warriors. It's Murin alone. Great stop by Reed McLeod, keeping his team up in this contest. Best opportunity of the game turned away for the Warriors. And that's going to send the Outlaws back in the other way. Tyler Shelton dishes that one off up high now. Brownlee, the only goal of the game so far, potted by him, and he's going to rush in along the left-hand side once again. Brownlee looking for his options. Lewis is open wide, but he's going to take the low lane and let it go, and that one bounces off of Bialik. Rebound and a second opportunity for the Outlaws, and a second great stop by Bialik, who has it settled down in his stick now. I'm going to move it out to his defense. Edmonton gets across half, and a big hit comes and pops the ball loose. That one laid by Richie Lucid as it remains free here in the Outlaw zone, and the Warriors have been able to pick it up. Pinned up along the boards by 3 men right now is Blake Cameron. Ball comes free. The Warriors still maintain possession as Hilkowicz gets it, has a rush towards the net, does the crease dive, and a great stop by McLeod. Reset of the shot clock as the Outlaws able to pick up. Play keeps moving. Quinn Patterson on his weak side of the floor now. Runs this one in, stops around that left shooter spot, and forced to dish back out high as the offense settles back in for the Outlaws. Carter Mitchell challenged at those left wing half boards. Going to take the low lane now, move it back outside. 10 seconds on the shot clock for the Outlaws as they look for a lane to open up, and this ball is going to be bobbled by Mitchell. Has to swat at it to keep it on the correct side of the floor, but the shot clock going to expire. And ball going to be forcefully turned over to the Warriors as Matthew Lemieux picks this one up. Back in the offensive zone for Edmonton. 14:45 to go in your opening frame. Outlaws lead by 1. A nice feed to the inside. A penalty upcoming here, and another great stop by McLeod. He settles it down. There's some more rough stuff going to ensue, but it looks like headed to the box is Kai Ellis. And the first power play of the game going to be awarded to the Warriors, who trail by 1. So the hit from behind is what's charged to Kai Ellis. The Warriors an opportunity to try to square this game up. Lucas Bowie going to start with it up high as this power play gets underway. Bowie dishes off to the right-hand side. Andrusiak goes low, gets a return feed back up high. Bowie from the point. Andrusiak, Bowie, Hoagland, Bowie. His pass going to get knocked down out of the air. It's loose in the Outlaw zone. Battling for it. Hoagland had it momentarily. Kicks at it like a soccer player. Dish across. Great opportunity. They score. Steve Andrusiak knots this one up on the power play. It only took them 23 seconds. And we have a fresh game headed back to center. Brandon Wheat going to line up against Kai Morris for this face-off. Outlaws leading the shot department 6-4 over the Warriors. So here we go. Ball pops out loose. This one going to get picked up by Jesse Porter. Porter wheels back, looking for some space. Has it at the point, and a nice bounce pass off to the left-hand side. Finds Kai Ellis. Ellis down the left wing boards. Dished across, and a crease violation called against the Outlaws, so turn back over to the Warriors. It's brought back in now. Redlick. Dish that one off. It comes loose down to the left corner. Going to get settled in the big stick of Reed McLeod. He'll go stretch with this one and hit the ceiling. Ball back to the Warriors now, and they're going to pull them to the outside. That's Trenton Redlick. As this fresh 30 gets underway for Edmonton. Dished up high now. Hilkowicz goes over to the left side. Hoagland dishes off. The outside shot coming, and they score. There it is. Johnny Royer popping one home for the Warriors, and they take their first lead of the game. $13:23 to go in your opening frame. 2-1 is your score in favor of Edmonton as they're on the road trying to keep their season alive. Down 0-1 in this best-of-3 series in round 1 of the North playoffs. Morris. And Cale Harris in the face-off dot once again. Ball won cleanly here by the Outlaws, brought in by Kai Ellis. Pulls this one out high, and he'll dish off down the left-hand side. Along the outside now, Brownlee. He's got a goal in this contest, and almost another one there, but a great stop by Bialik. Barely caught that one, but that's all you need. It's back across half now come the Warriors. Morrow has the lane. He's going to head in all alone. Morrow stepping in, and that's a nice stop there by McLeod. Rebound pops out. It's the Warriors who have it. Reset of the shot clock. Dished off to the right-hand side. Spinning off with it, Andrusiak to the inside, and another great stop by McLeod as he's looking up the floor now for the stretch pass once again. Bounces its way up the middle and going to get settled down here by Kieran Lewis. Lewis to the left-hand side. Hildebrand going to bring it in closer in the offensive zone now. 16 seconds on the shot clock. Hildebrand, the captain, still from the outside. Finds a lane, lets it go, and Bialik makes the stop once again. Rebound gathered by Mitchell. Mitchell scanning the floor. Chooses to go on to the right-hand side. Lewis couldn't quite settle it down, but now will get the rebound in his stick. 20 seconds on the shot clock for the Outlaws. Lewis right down the pipe. Lets it go and stopped by Bialik here once again. Rebound out. Ball dished off just over top of the head of Carter Mitchell. 22 seconds on the shot clock as Mitchell going to run it back in along the left-hand side. Stutter step. Trying to move his way up along the point. Forced to dish off now. He's got Lewis. 13 on the shot clock as Lewis finds his man right out in front. A great opportunity for Rossman. Stopped by Bialik. Rebound going to be gathered in his stick now as well. Bialik dishes out short to Lucas Markel, who will send that one across half and go for the change, getting his offense out on the floor as Hilkowicz trying to take the low lane. Slipped up there momentarily, spinning off his man as he's got a lot of pressure from Quinn Patterson. Gets free and scores. Dylan Nicholson, his first of the contest, and the Warriors take the 2-goal lead. $11:20 to go in your opening frame, and the Warriors find a little bit of space with a 2-goal buffer. Harris line up against Morris once again. Ball pops out free now. It's going to get picked up by Kai Ellis. Ellis scanning the floor, gets a pick nicely there from Jesse Porter. Gained some space and now has been able to send in Carter Mitchell. Mitchell swings back to the outside here once again. Has it at the point, tried to bob his way to the inside, forced to pass that one off and has to hit Quade Manning. Manning way out high by the Warriors bench. All over him right now is Owen Morrow. Comes free and the shot ends up wide out of the stick of Manning. Down the floor, and it's going to be the Warriors who are able to pick it up down in the Outlaws zone now. Lachlan Muir looks like he wants it. He's on his off side of the floor with 10:46 to go. Dishes instantly back out high. Hilkowicz up to the point now. He's got Nicholson. Nicholson finds his man there in Hoagland. Hoagland up to the point now. Steve Andrusiak. Good ball movement here from the Warriors. Hoagland rips one, and that's wide of the net. Rebound gathered here. Stepped inside, and a great stop by Reed McLeod. 10:24 to go in this frame as the ball pops out loose down in the left corner. Both teams battle for it. Play going to get blown dead. And it looks like it's going to be Outlaws ball as they move this one out. Errant pass settled down by Brandon Hui as he's going to move this up the floor now. Hui, pass ahead. Gets that one off to his captain here, Marcus Hildebrand. 18 seconds on the shot clock. Hildebrand lets one go from the outside, and nice stop by Bialik. Rebound gathered by the Outlaws and a reset of the shot clock. Manning to the left-hand side. Trying to move it through now is Mitchell who lets that one go. Rebound gathered once again. Is that one wide? Lewis now. Fake shot. Lost his handle. The pass and the low shot. Bialik makes the stop once again. Lewis looking for an option. Goes cross floor from behind the net. Mitchell with it in his pocket. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Dishes off to the right-hand side. A swim dodge on an attempt to get closer from Balachuk. And his one-handed shot going to bounce out of play. So that's going to be our TV timeout now with 9:28 to go in the frame. It's the Warriors leading the Outlaws 3-1 here on NetFront Sports. Tonight's broadcast is sponsored by Rival Sportswear, Canada's fast-growing custom apparel brand, Alberta-owned and operated. Always custom, always affordable. Elevate your team with Rival Sportswear. And in my opinion, your one big difference in this contest thus far is the ability to penetrate the middle of the defense from the Warriors. Couple of their goals coming from directly in front of Reed McLeod. Of course, the one on the power play, so there was some more open space. But the other, just some classic, basic cutting. That opens up that opportunity. So for the Outlaws, going to have to look to seal off the middle for their defense. And on the other side of the floor, try to penetrate a little better. So we're just about ready to get back underway. It looks like the Warriors going to start with the ball down in their own end. It'll be Trenton Redlick, who's there and ready to receive it. And he has it now as he'll saunter this one up and across half. Dishes off. He hits Johnny Royer. One goal. He's the one who scored from the outside for the Warriors. He'll dish off now. Ball comes back up to the point. Redlick challenging. Chooses to dish off. Good ball movement here once again by the Warriors. There's the inside shot from Hoagland. And again, that's the ability to penetrate the middle. That creates a great opportunity. That one just off the mark as Hoagland again sends that one right into the stick of Reed McLeod, who's looking up the floor and able to dish it right up the middle. He's got Kai Ellis. Ellis now sends that one cross floor. Brownlee holding up onto it up high. Finds his correct side of the floor. Looking for his passing options. Sent across now. Lewis. Little stutter step. Trying to gain space. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Has to find something on net now. It's Manning from the outside. Has to shoot, and that's going to do it for the shot clock. So turned over to the Warriors. The Outlaws can't find anything towards the net. Andrusiak steps this one across half. 8:20 remaining in your opening frame. Dished off, back up high. Hilkowicz goes back to the outside. Nicholson lost his handle. Ball comes free in the center, and a good stop by McLeod. There is all free and alone was Andrusiak. Nonetheless, the Outlaws able to pick this one up and head back out the other way. Brandon Wheat gets across half, puts this one back up high. Hildebrand now going to bring it in along the left-hand side. 13 seconds to go on the shot clock here for Beaumont. Hildebrand trying to force his way to the inside with the power and lets an outside shot go. Stopped by Bialik. Rebound comes out. Outlaws settle it down. Reset of the shot clock. Manning puts that one cross floor. He's got Carter Mitchell. Mitchell back outside, and the outside shot that time from Balachuk, stopped by Bialik. Stretch pass all the way down the floor, just off the mark. Intended target was Lachlan Muir. Rebound going to be gathered by the Outlaws as Carter Mitchell looks up the floor once again. Mitchell saunters this one in along the left-hand side, challenging now as he makes a cut towards the point. Sends that pass cross floor. He's got Kieran Lewis. Lewis, 13 seconds on the shot clock, finds a lane right down the middle. Lewis steps in, and another stop there. My apologies, I believe stripped of the ball at the very end, as now it's going to be a challenge back the other way. Stachniak brought it across half, did a full loop of the zone before dishing it off up high. Trenton Redlick now challenged by Jesse Porter. He'll dish off to his man coming off the bench, and Johnny Royer. Royer from the outside lets it go, and a nice stop by McLeod. This ball going to pop free. The rebound comes out, and another great save by McLeod as he squeezes the legs together to make sure that one doesn't get through. The Outlaws going to head back up the floor unscathed. Hudson Cook dishes off. He's got Quade Manning. Manning now off to the left-hand side as the Outlaws offense gets set back up once again. 16 seconds on the shot clock. A nice swim dodge there and a loss of the handle. Ball recovered by Bialik. He'll send the short pass out as the Warriors look up the floor here once again. Lemieux jogs that one across half. Looking for his passing options. He'll find one in Steve Andrusiak. 1 goal in today's contest thus far. 5:52 to go in your opening frame. 12 on the shot clock for the Warriors to work with. Good ball movement once again. Bassinger goes down to the left corner, and that's going to get picked off by the Outlaws. But some good pressure here on the back check. Evading it was Richie Lucid, and now has the odd man rush, and a great stop on the shot once again by Bialik. Exiting the crease are the Warriors. Brought across half. Settling things down now. Hilkowicz has it along the right-hand side. Puts that one back up top. Redlick. Hilkowicz back across. It's Hoagland along the outside. Lets it go, and it's going to be the illegal pick called against the Warriors. That's going to send the Outlaws out of their zone here once again. Quinn Patterson brings it across half. Leaves that one there for Carter Mitchell. Mitchell down along the left-hand side now, holding on to it. Gets some space, lets it go from the outside, and it gets blocked down on its way to the net. It's going to be the loose ball push, I believe, charged against the Warriors. So Outlaws ball with a fresh 30 here in the Warriors zone. Moving it back up high. Quade Manning dishes across, finds his captain. Ball knocked out of the stick here that time of Kieran Lewis, and it's going to be a fast break the other way for the Warriors. Lucas Markell evades danger. Back in the offensive zone, it's Andrusiak with the lane. Stepping in, spinning off, has some area, lets it go, stopped by McLeod. The goaltenders have made a difference thus far in this contest. Is that stretch pass going to get up into the ceiling? Going to be Warriors ball down in the offensive zone. 4:13 to go in your opening frame. Picked up now. Sent up to the point. Bowie dished that one off. It hits Bassinger. Bassinger down to the left corner now. Had to be picked back up by Johnny Royer. Royer going to cycle it back up high. Nice pass across. Another inside break there for Andrusiak. Stopped on its way to the net. Picked up by the Beaumont goaltender, Reed McLeod. 2-on-1. Back the other way for the Outlaws. Pass into the center there, and that one just couldn't quite get to Belachuk. The rebound sent wide as well, and through the crease are the Outlaws. It's going to be Warriors ball. They'll start from their own end. 3:38 to go in the first. Morrow brings it across half. Up high now, Trenton Redlick. Redlick dishes out to the left-hand side. Morris being held to the outside as he'll send a shot just off the chest of Reed McLeod. He'll choose to feed it out once again along the left-hand side. Away from his bench, that's textbook, is Hudson Cook. Brings it up the floor, dishes off down lower here. Trying to cycle in is Kai Ellis. Challenged along the outside by Hilkowicz as Ellis dives the crease and he scores. Kai Ellis gets the home squad back within one. 3-2 is your score in favor of the Outlaws, or the Warriors, I should say. 2:59 remaining in your opening frame. Cale Harris against Dean Russell for this face-off. Ball pops out free. Picked up, sent cross floor here by the Outlaws as Carter Mitchell evades danger momentarily. Pressured here by Brody Stachniak. Mitchell forced to go back up to the point now. Kieran Lewis finds a man along the right-hand side in Quade Manning. Manning spinning off the pressure. Back up high. He's got Lewis. Outside shot stopped by Bialik. Rebound pops out into the 24 here as both teams battle for it. And it's going to be the Warriors who come up with it. Headed out is Brody Stachniak. Trying to evade Mitchell. He cuts right down the center lane. Fakes that one off to Sam Hilkowicz. And will now give it off to him as Hilkowicz going to bring it on down along the right-hand side. Fed back up high. He's got Andrusiak. Approaching 2 minutes to go in your opening frame. Ball sent across. It's Johnny Royer. Down to the left corner now. Bowie To the outside, he's got Morris, who lets it go and scores. Kai Morris, the outside snipe. And the Warriors regain the 2-goal lead. 4-2 your score with 1:54 on the clock in the first. Brandon Wheat going to take on Dean Russell in the face-off dot. Russell pulled that one back cleanly. That sends the Warriors into the offensive zone. Dish off down along the right-hand side. Move back up to the point now. Redlick holding on to it. Dishes off. Bassinger. Good movement here as Hoagland goes back up high to the point now. It's in the stick of Andrusiak. Andrusiak challenged along the outside by McKenna. Goes right into the middle there, and that ball going to get knocked down. Andrusiak got his own rebound, lets it go, and that one's off the pads of McLeod. Rebound gathered by Edmonton. Ball back up to the point now. Nicholson, he's got one in this contest. He'll go off to the left-hand side now. Moved across. Bassinger to the right side. Andrusiak's shot doesn't catch a piece of the net, but last off a defensive body, so it's going to be Warriors ball and a fresh 30 once again as they put some pressure on the Outlaws, and now it's going to be the illegal pick charged against them. Outlaws ball down in their own end. Kai Ellis. He'll pick it up. Ellis dishes that one off to the middle now. Shelton will run it right up Broadway. Shelton dishes off. Left-hand side. Hildebrand. 20 seconds on the shot clock as we're in our last minute of the frame. Ball comes back up high. Carter Mitchell with it at the point now. Going to be challenged along the outside by Lafleur. Dished off. Left-hand side now. Moving it. Brownlee trying to cut his way into the middle. Lost his handle behind the net, and that'll be the expiration of the shot clock. Warriors ball with 30 seconds on the clock. Dished across half. Hilkowicz brings it down along the right-hand side. Rolled that ball back up high, and it is recovered by Trenton Redlick. Redlick back up high. Andrusiak. He goes cross floor, and play going to get blown dead. A penalty upcoming for the slash, I believe. This one's going to be assessed to the Warriors. On the clock in the first period, so no doubt going to look to make quick work of an opportunity here. See if they can send us 5-on-5 at the start of the second period. Mitchell going to dish that one across. Lewis picks it up out of the air and just lost his handle, and that's going to do it. 20 minutes in the books here from Beaumont at the Ken Nickel Arena. It's the Warriors leading the Outlaws 4-2 as Edmonton tries to tie this series up and send it to a deciding Game 3. My name's Aiden Bullsgard. I'll be with you all game throughout. Don't get too far. We'll be back in about 10 minutes with period number 2. Hello and welcome back live to the Ken Nickel Hot Box here in Beaumont, Alberta. It's the Outlaws opening up with the power play as they trail in this contest by a score of 4-2 to the Warriors. 1-0 series lead for the Outlaws in this best-of-3 opening round. The Warriors looking to stay alive for a Sunday matchup tomorrow. So we're underway. Mitchell from the outside, wires one wide, rebound gathered by Lewis, and the shot stopped by Bialik. Rebound comes free behind the net, still 1:16 of power play time remaining for the Outlaws as they get a reset of the shot clock after recovering that ball. Mitchell from the point, down to the left-hand side, now he's got Brownlee. Brownlee back up high, Lewis lets it go, and another stop by Bialik, and the rebound gathered in by him as well. Bialik sent that one up the middle. Goes off the ceiling, so automatically turned back over to the Outlaws, who look to make use of the change of the Warriors, but couldn't quite connect on the pass, so nonetheless have to reset from the outside. Cason Brownlee dishes off to the right-hand side. Porter back to Brownlee, sends that to the left-hand side of the floor now. Carter Mitchell. Mitchell out from the point. Let's low shot go, and that one's wide of the net. Rebound gathered by the Outlaws. Quick stick shot. They score. Marcus Hildebrand, the captain, capitalizes on the man advantage, and the Outlaws are back within one. I would think this has to be affecting the players down on the bench. The Outlaws may be climatized to it as this is their home arena, but the temperature in here has to affect how much juice these players will have as the game goes on. I would think it's at least 30 degrees in this building right now. 18:33 to go in your second period. The Outlaws get back within one on the power play. Ball up high now with it. Quade Manning dishes that one across. Mitchell now gonna challenge, makes it around one defender and sends a shot on net. Bialik able to make the save and cover the rebound. Hopefully they got the fans going on the benches pretty hard. Nonetheless, up along the right-hand side, here come the Warriors. It's Lucas Markell back into the offensive zone. Their first offensive possession of this period for the Warriors. 18 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Trying to dish it up high to Andrusiak. Now it'll find its way to the point for Johnny Royer. Royer goes to the point. Ball comes back across on the outside shot. Stopped by McLeod out of the stick of Steve Andrusiak. Ball sent across. Quick shot on net there, and a great stop by Bialik. That time on Cason Brownlee, and now looks like ball going to be turned over back to the Outlaws here in the offensive zone as they'll get back to work. Some good pressure here now on the Warriors. It's Mitchell. Dishes that one cross floor. It comes back up to the point now. Brownlee. Left corner. Mitchell once again. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Goes to the point. Kieran Lewis. Lewis spinning off his man. Outside shot there, and a great stop once again by Bialik. So the Warriors look to move this one back into the offensive zone. I've struggled a little bit to kick off this frame. Of course, ignoring that power play that kicked off this second period. Ball comes out to the outside now. Hilkowicz up to the point, and a quick shot there on a McLeod. He's able to save that one and settle the rebound. Short pass out to the left-hand side towards the benches, and this one dangerously comes right through the middle. And now it's going to be the violation getting up the floor for the Outlaws. Took a little too long, and it's going to be awarded back to the Warriors. This one back up high. Nice move to the inside. Quick shot, and that one stopped by McLeod. Just a little bit better than Blake Cameron on that opportunity. Is now fast break the other way. Quinn Patterson challenging one-on-one. Lets it go. Stopped by Bialik. Rebound gathered by the Warriors. Sent right up the middle now. Jumping to stop that one with his body was Owen Morrow. Has it on his weak side of the floor. 20 seconds to go. Morrow to the point now. He's got Hoagland. Hoagland lets that go from the outside, and another good stop from McLeod. Goaltenders going back and forth with saves now. 16 minutes to go in your second period. Rush up along the right-hand side. Quick opportunity there, and Bialik gets across and makes a big save that time on Mitchell as the Outlaws sent their bid in to tie this game up, denied by the Edmonton goaltender. Porter now with it up to the point, sends that one across. He's got Hildebrand, who nice defensive play that time from Lucas Markell, turns it over and back the other way now into the offensive zone. It's Edmonton. Cameron dishes that one off. Up high now, Johnny Royer going to pull it out to that left shooter spot. Royer, 16 seconds on the shot clock, sends that one behind the net. Ball back up to the point. Royer once again, 10 seconds to work with. He sends it off. Hilkowicz lets it go, and it's wide of the net. Another rebound, and that one's blocked in front by the captain, Hildebrand. Outlaws pick it up at the closure of the shot clock, so play going to be blown in. Patterson couldn't quite get to it in time, but the Outlaws going to recover regardless. It's Balachuk bringing this one back out in front of the goaltender. Goes to the point, and the outside shot now stopped by the right shoulder of Bialik. Back the other way comes Edmonton. Some back and forth lacrosse being played here in this frame. A nice pass to the inside, and that one just wide out of the stick of Trenton Redlick. Probably our best opportunity we've had since the Outlaws power play. Outlaws looking to settle it down now. Hudson Cook. Dish that off. Found Kieran Lewis, who's being pressured along the outside here by Lachlan Muir. Goes back up to the point. He's got Quade Manning, who's going to utilize the left-hand side of the floor. Now he's got Mitchell. Mitchell trying to toe drag his way to the inside there, and his shot caught a piece of a body. Rebound gathered by the Warriors. It's going to be a rush up the floor now. Here comes Owen Morrow, and he gets his stick swatted out of his hands on the back check. Great defensive play there from Beaumont's going to send them back into the offensive zone. Jesse Porter dishes off. Opportunity stopped by Bialik. Rebound sent over top of the net. Porter gets the rebound once again. Reset of the shot clock. The Outlaws have 26 seconds to work with. Porter brings us down to the right corner. Relatively unchallenged at the moment. Going to send it off to the left-hand side. Mitchell makes a move. Dodges through two men and gets caught up. Rebound pops out. And it's going to be the Warriors headed up the floor now. Lucas Markell brings this one across half. Takes a check as he dishes that one off to the right-hand side of the floor. Morrow to the point now, Andrusiak. Andrusiak out along the left-hand side. He had Bowie back up high. Andrusiak trying to find a lane. 8 seconds on the shot clock now for the Warriors. Still looking for an option. Got to get something out in front here. Stepping out and getting a shot just wide of the net was Andrusiak. So ball going to be turned over to the Outlaws. No, they're calling it a reset of the shot clock, so play going to continue. 13 minutes to go in your second frame. Ball up high, Johnny Royer. 1 goal in that opening frame from the outside, helping his team have this lead that they carry right now. Is this one going to go off of the defense and out of play? So ball back to the Warriors once again, as this is an extended time in the offensive zone for them. Up high with it. Lucas Bowie going to get this one as the play is blown back into action. Cycled up high, Royer passes that one off. He has Hilkowicz. Hilkowicz playing some pass from the point now. Ball going to end up on the right-hand side of the floor. It's Redlick trying to get on the crease. And that one going to be stopped by McLeod. A penalty upcoming here to the Outlaws. So it looks like Cale Harris headed to the box, and the Warriors back to the power play. Cross-checking the call. So this Warriors power play successful on its first opportunity. Going to look to go 2 for 2. Andrusiak down to the corner, gets the return feed up high now. Right side of the floor is the activation for the Warriors so far. Now utilizing the left as Hoagland settles this ball back down, feeds it up high. Lucas Bowie to the right side. Andrusiak along the outside, back to the top for Bowie. Scores! Lucas Bowie on the board, and the Warriors recover their 2-goal lead, their largest of the game. 5-3 your score, 12:10 to go in the second. Cale Harris going to line up against Kai Morris for this one. Face-off violation, so it's going to be Beaumont ball as they'll head back up the floor here. McKenna brings it across half slowly, buying his time up high now as his offense gets set up. He's going to go for the change and bring out the last man. Onto the floor, it's going to be Quade Manning. Manning sets the pick, opens up the middle lane. A nice feed to the inside for Hildebrand, and that one's not going to connect into the stick of Bialik, and he'll move this one out for the Warriors once again. 11:40 on the clock. Cross half, Dean Russell. Russell challenged along the outside here by Chase Richardson. He'll dish that one off now down along the left-hand side. It's Bassinger. Bassinger to the right. Ball bobbled here by the Warriors. It's going to get across half, and it's going to be Outlaws ball down in the offensive zone. Kieran Lewis rushes his way down there to get this play blown in. Will be now as he goes up high. Manning. Manning, cross floor, he's got Mitchell. Mitchell back off to the right-hand side. Now Lewis lets it go, and it's wide of the net. Rebound pops out high. Still loose down in the Warriors zone. Comes along the boards now. Hildebrand going to pick that one up for the Outlaws. 10 seconds to go on the shot clock for them. Patterson. His pass to the right side for Lewis. Not going to connect. The dunk attempt! And Bialik got across to make the stop. Possible crease violation called there. Nonetheless, awarded to the Warriors. The shot clock kind of expired at the same time. Didn't see a direct signal. Nonetheless, it's Edmonton back in the offensive zone. Johnny Royer now up at the point. Royer cutting right down the middle there and has the ball knocked out of his stick as he was ready to let it go. Rebound recovered by the Outlaws. It's Kai Ellis weaving from behind his own net, looking up Broadway. Finds his man in the middle here in Quinn Patterson, who goes trying to spring his man Tyler Shelton, but that pass doesn't connect, and quickly it's going to be Edmonton back the other way again. Pass ahead, back into the middle. A great play and a great stop by McLeod. A little bit better than Blake Cameron on that attempt. Bowie recovers this one for the Warriors. Holding on to it now, down to the left corner. Ball comes back up high. Bassinger dishes off to the right-hand side. Pass to the middle there, and a couple men looking for that ball. Nobody going to be able to recover it. It's loose down now in the Outlaw zone. Ball still on the floor. Picked up by Beaumont as they'll head across half now. Brandon Hui. Brought that one in as the Outlaws challenging from the left corner now. It's Mitchell. Bringing this one out high, sends it over to the right-hand side. He's got Jesse Porter. Porter. To the left, Hildebrand. Goes down to the corner now. Trying to get this one back high is Mitchell. Lets it go from the outside, and that one's stopped by Bialik. 9:10 remaining in your second period. Your next stoppage should be our TV timeout. And indeed, that's going to be the case as play blown dead. Your score just over the midway point of this game, 5-3 in favor of the Warriors, who look to extend this series to a game number 3 that would go tomorrow. Tonight's broadcast is sponsored by Rival Sportswear, Canada's fast-growing custom apparel brand, Alberta-owned and operated. Always custom, always affordable. Elevate your team with Rival Sportswear. Both teams talking things over at their respective benches. Seems like the air might have kicked on in here, or I'm just starting to climatize. Not sweating nearly as much as I was at the start of this second period. So hopefully that's the same for the Warriors as well. We're keeping an eye on our other round 1 matchup in the north today as well, as the Rebels are out in Red Deer taking on the Rampage. Fort Saskatchewan has the 1-0 series lead, but are currently trailing to Red Deer by a score of 9-7. As Mitchell going to run the low lane on this, tries to dive over top of the crease, and Bialik makes the save on that one. And now it's going to be a fast break out the other way. Blake Cameron again, and that one misses wide of the net. They're saying last off the Outlaws, my apologies. So it's going to be Warriors ball here. As it looks like it's going to start down in the left corner, Hoagland. Has it in his stick now, going to dish it off across. He's got Andrusiak with Lane who lets it go, and McLeod able to close up his arm, make the stop. Rebound comes dangerously out in front. Another opportunity, and McLeod makes yet another stop, that time on Lucas Bowie. And now some rough stuff here as Andrusiak's knocked down to the ground. Cale Harris involved as well. Nonetheless, nothing will come of it, and we're looking to head back up the floor. So it's going to be Outlaws ball, plane blown back in. Richie Lucid brings it in the offensive zone for Beaumont. 8:25 to go in your second period. Missed pass there from Beaumont comes freely into the middle there, and a great opportunity for Brownlee. Stopped by Bialik. And back up the floor come the Warriors. Dished off to the left-hand side now. Challenging is Morrow. Tried to dish it off down to the right corner for Redlick. Rebounds loose. The Warriors going to be able to come in and pick that one up. Lachlan Muir came around the crease. That one stopped by McLeod, settled by him as well as he'll go up along the right-hand side. Regan Walker picks it up, brings it across half it on his weak side of the floor, finds the captain, Hildebrand, makes a nice move to the outside, lets it go, and that one stopped by Bialik. Kai Morris will pick it up in his own crease and look to run this one out now. Jesse Porter all over him for Beaumont, but he has a passing outlet in Lucas Markell, and this ball going to head across half. Markell dish that one down. Ball going to end up out of play, so Beaumont going to be able to pick back up and head towards the offensive zone once again. 5-3 remains your score in favor of the Warriors as we have 7.5 to go in the second. Holding it along the right-hand side now, it's Kieran Lewis. Lewis from the outside lets one go. That one stopped. Rebound pops out, and just not getting what he wanted out of it was Felix Rossman. Nonetheless, another opportunity finds its way out to the boards. Lewis picks it up. 22 seconds on the reset of the shot clock for the Outlaws. Up high, Lewis finds Mitchell down to the left corner now. Hildebrand up to the point. Lewis again a shot, and that one wires the post. Lewis trying to settle it down here and keep this possession going for the Outlaws. He will now. Dished off to the left-hand side. Hildebrand has it once again. Pops that one behind the net. Mitchell goes back out in front and trying to get a handle on that one was Manning, who went for the fancy shot. Trying to get the rebound once again, and it's a reset of the shot clock. The Outlaws have the Warriors hemmed in, trying to get back within one. Cale Harris to the left wing half boards now. He's got Carter Mitchell. Mitchell sends that one across now. Manning to the middle. Great opportunity for Balachuk, and that one ends up out of play, so it's going to be Warriors ball. That defense going to get a much-needed change after an extended time in their own zone as Edmonton heads back up the floor now. Owen Morrow down along the left-hand side. He had Bowie. Bowie will dish that one lower. Royer looking for an option. Lets it go and scores. Johnny Royer, our first multi-goal scorer of the contest. That's his second. And the Warriors take their largest lead of the game, 6-3. .601 remaining in your middle frame. Outlaws outshooting the Warriors 32-28, but trailing in this game 6-3. Ball loose off the face-off. The Outlaws able to pick that one up, and a missed pass that time from Cale Harris, but still settled down by Beaumont as they bring it into the offensive zone. Kai Ellis down along the left-hand side gets Mitchell, who cut towards the middle. Now nice feed into the inside there for the Outlaws. Another opportunity holding on to it is Brownlee. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Behind the back pass finds Jesse Porter. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Brownlee, another chance, and a great stop by Bialik. Rebound pops out once again. Porter pick this one up, extending the possession for the Outlaws. They've been doing a good job of bringing the pressure to the Warriors as this period has gone on, but just haven't seen the reward for it as Porter going to get the pass, an illegal pick charge against the Outlaws, and the Warriors going to pick back up. Looking to be shaken up is Lucas Markel on that play. He's going to make his way to his bench under his own power, so that at least a positive note out of that incursion is Trenton Redlick. Has this one up high, gains some space, dishes his pass off to the right-hand side, and Drusiak goes back up to the point now. Hoagland challenging, lets a shot go, and that one's stopped by McLeod. Rebound pops out. Loose along the boards. Both teams trying to get it, and it's the Warriors who are going to come up with it and extend a possession for themselves now. Back up to the point. Bassinger dishes that one off to the left. Now the shot from the outside, that time by Morris. Stopped by McLeod. Rebound down to the right corner. Outlaws going to pick that one up, and a misplay there. Turned over quickly. Played back out inside. Just sent wide. That time by Nicholson as he had an opportunity in front of McLeod. Nonetheless, back the other way, the Outlaws. Dished across, and that's a miss pass. And wide open would have been Kieran Lewis if that were to connect. Nonetheless, Balachuk settling things back down now. Lewis gets it from him along the outside. Tries to go in, and it's a tip shot. I believe last off Balachuk. And the Outlaws back on the board. And I'll have to listen in who the referees award that to, but I think it's going to be Balachuk with the goal. Nonetheless, your score 6-4 is the Outlaws within a pair. Harris lined up for this one against Dean Russell. Ball loose off the face-off. It's going to be the Warriors who come up with it. It stays in play off the Outlaws bench. Mitchell going to be able to pick it up and get a fresh 30 reset here for the Outlaws in the offensive zone. Mitchell from the outside dishes that one across. He's got Jesse Porter. Porter from the outside lets that one go, and it's stopped by Bialik. Rebound recovered here by Quade Manning. Sent across. Mitchell with it. Once again, a long way outside. Makes a nice swim dodge and goes back out to Hildebrand. Hildebrand now going to cut the low lane. Lets it go, and that one's stopped by Bialik. Rebound popped out. Recovered by the Warriors and looking to go for a run up the floor now. It's Blake Cameron. He's had a couple breaks in this contest with his foot speed. Nonetheless, this time going to get turned to the board, so he has to dish that one up high. It's Royer with it now. Royer to the right side, Andrusiak. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Andrusiak goes up high. He's got Hilkowicz. Hilkowicz to the left-hand side. Warriors continuing to move it around. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Royer down the middle sends that one on net. It's out of play. Going to be awarded to the Outlaws as that bounced over top of the net and out without contacting anything. Lewis going to pick up this ball now in the offensive zone. Lewis finds Rossman. Rossman to the outside. Mitchell. Mitchell back across. Lewis from the outside lets it go. It's blocked on its way and going to be out of play. So Beaumont ball once again with the reset. Lewis finds Mitchell once again. East-west pass has been the name of the game today for the Outlaws. Is back across. Lewis lets it go from the outside. Bialik able to make the stop. 2.5 minutes to go in the second period. Lafleur passes that one up across half as the Warriors trying to take advantage here of numbers. Couldn't do so. Pass blocked down. Lachlan Muir trying to get on top of the rebound, but it's going to be the Outlaws who find it. Shelton runs this one up along the right-hand side now. Shelton stepping in all alone. Lets it go. Bialik makes the stop. Shelton not too many options coming in on his offside that time. Russell now going to leave that one there for Hoagland. Hoagland holding on to it, dishes it off up high now. Hilkowicz. Hilkowicz drops that one to his man coming out from behind the net there, Nicholson, who lets it go, and it ends up wide of the net as he takes a hit mid-play there. Another shot from the outside from Morris, stopped by McLeod. Rebound pops out, settled down by the Warriors. Royer has it as an extended possession now here for Edmonton. illegal pick charged against the Warriors. So the Outlaws are going to come in and pick that one up. And their bench a little upset because they felt like maybe a member of their defense's stick was thrown there by the Warriors. But nothing going to come out of it as this move up the floor from Beaumont quickly negated. As the Warriors get this ball back and head up. Lucas Markell now. Markell to the point. Has Bowie. Bowie stepping in. Has a lane and he scores. Lucas Bowie is second goal of the contest. And the Warriors regain a 3-goal lead. (7-4) now your score in favor of the road team that's looking to extend this series. .56.5 to go in your second period. And it looks like some penalties upcoming to the Outlaws here. Kai Ellis in the box as of right now. And he's upset, and it looked like he might have got teed up there as well. So I believe it's going to be the Warriors headed to the power play as we come out of this stoppage in play. But still trying to figure it out here is the referees and the timekeepers booth. But about ready to get back underway. We will start from the face-off draw. Oh, maybe not. Warriors players being signaled to start down in the offensive zone. I believe it's going to be the face-off we'll start with, though. And that does look like it's going to be the case. 5-on-4 power play for the Warriors indeed. Draw going to get one here by Cale Harris. He's holding on to it up high. He'll dish it off to the right side. Jesse Porter as the Outlaws looking to rag a little off here. 43 seconds to go in the second period. Just got to hang on to the intermission. Time to rest and talk things over for the Outlaws. Just want to avoid any further damage here in this frame. Keep it within 3 is a shot from the outside stop by Bialik. Warriors going to pick that up now, and they're going to call the timeout. And it looks like they're going to try to go 6-on-4 to close out this second period with 23.7 on the clock. Kind of assumed that would be the case. They're looking for that 4-goal lead headed into the final frame. And from what I was watching of the score, I was doing the Rebels game at the same time at Thursday night, but it seemed as though it was some trades of leads in that game number 1 that saw the Outlaws find their ways out in front towards the end of it. Again, the Warriors, the higher seed team in this series, so would be the expected favorite, but find themselves trailing in this contest. Or sorry, trailing in this series, I should say. Backs to the wall, sometimes can bring the best out in squads. As it's actually going to be Bialik returning between the pipes. And it looks like the Warriors are going to stay 5-on-4. I'm a little surprised with that choice here, but nonetheless, they get to work here. 19 seconds on the clock from the outside now. Hoagland dished that one off to Hilkowicz, who lost his handle. Rebound pops out. Hoagland gathers it. Reset of the shot clock. Opportunity out in front. A great stop by McLeod. 5 seconds on the clock now for the Warriors. Behind the net, another dunk attempt! And the referee waves it off. No goal. It's going to be Outlaws ball. And that'll do it for the frame. So after 40 minutes of play, it's the Warriors needing to win this one to stay alive, leading the contest 7-4. We'll be back in about 10 minutes with your third and possible final frame of this contest. Until then, don't get too far. This is the RMLL playoffs on NetFront Sports. Hello and welcome back live on NetFront Sports. My name's Aiden Bullsgard and you're joining me here for some round one action in the RMLL North Division, where it's the Outlaws leading this series 1-0, but trailing in today's contest by a score of 7-4 to the Edmonton Warriors. In our intermission, the Fort Saskatchewan Rebels clinch their spot in the North Division final. So the winner of this series will go on to play them, and it looks like it's going to be a battle as we go on throughout. Ball tied up here down in the Warriors zone. It is a power play for Edmonton to kick off this period. Some good ragging of 30 seconds there from the Outlaws, as there's only 30 seconds remaining on the power play now for the Warriors, looking to extend their lead out to 4. Lucas Bowie to the right side, back up to the point. Bowie goes down to the corner now as the Warriors moving this ball around. Still 12 seconds on the shot clock. Bowie back up to the point. Andrusiak lets it go. That one stopped by McLeod. Rebound pops out, and it's going to get picked up by Chase Richardson. Richardson brings this one down in. We're back 5-on-5 now, as stepping out of the box is Bolachuk. And that is going to be the loose ball push charge against the Warriors. So pick back up here. Quade Manning dishes that one across. Mitchell has it up high, sends that one. Manning gonna let it go, and that's stopped by Bialik. Rebound pops out. Warriors battling for it, and they'll come up with it now in their own end. That's going to be the 10-second violation charge against the Warriors. So turn back over to the Outlaws now as Quinn Patterson dishes that one across half. He's got Carter Mitchell. Last man out on offense here for Beaumont. It's going to be Brownlee as he enters the play now. Mitchell still with it along the outside. Dished across. Lewis looking for an option. He scores. Kieran Lewis gets his team back within 2. 18:07 to go in your third period. And Beaumont looking for shades of game number 1 as they trailed late in that contest and ended up coming out with the 1-goal victory. 2-goal swing for the 1-goal victory is what I was going for. Is Jesse Porter going to get this ball out of the face-off now and bring this down into the offensive zone. Porter dishes off back up high. Hildebrandt from the outside will go back out to the left wall here for Mitchell. 15 seconds on the shot clock now. Mitchell off to the right side. Manning finds Hildebrandt, who lets it go, and that one is stopped by Bialik. Rebound pops out. Mitchell going to be able to pick it up, and a fresh 30 here for the Outlaws. Mitchell lets it go from the outside, and another shot stopped by Bialik. Warriors able to recover, and it's Lemieux now trying to find an exit out of his zone. Challenged by Porter. Lemieux dishes that one across half, trying to avoid the 10-second violation. Still going to be turned over to the Outlaws regardless, but they're going to have to start with it from their own end. So a little bit better than the play being whistled down right then and there. As now Mitchell gets this one as the Outlaws enter the offensive zone again. 20 seconds on their shot clock to work with as they look to draw back within 1. Dished across now. Lewis from the point. Goes back to the outside. Brownlee, his shot can end up wide of the net. Rebound picked back up. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Mitchell from the outside gets it on to Bialik. Rebound is at the top of the crease, and it looks like it's going to be Outlaws' ball on the loose ball push that time from Blake Cameron. Rossman. Back up now, Mitchell. Mitchell sends that one across, and he's got Jesse Porter. Porter backs off from the point. Penalty upcoming here to the Warriors, so the Outlaws go 6-on-5. Mitchell gets the pass, finds Brownlee. Return feed back up high to him now. Mitchell looking for a lane, 8 seconds. He's got Kieran Lewis, who got his team back within 2, and another shot on net. Bialik makes the stop. And now the holding call upcoming to the Warriors. Outlaws power play inbound. Still yet to see who's going. It looks like it's going to be Trenton Redlick. Brownlee brings this one in for the Outlaws. About as big of a power play as you can get in a third period in a game, especially in the playoffs, as Mitchell's shot looked like it might have caught a body and ended up wide. Nonetheless, recovered by the Outlaws. Still 14 seconds to work with on the shot clock. Lewis, Brownlee, down to the corner now, Porter. Ball comes back out high, stolen away by the Warriors, and it's going to be a rush the other way for Lachlan Muir. Coming in one-on-one, going to get steered to the outside now, trying to stay to his feet, and he will. Great run up the floor from Muir as he fed that one right down the pipe, and it's going to be stolen away by Porter. Back up the floor come the Outlaws. 1:18 to go on their power play. Porter found Mitchell, who settled things down. Him and Hildebrandt going to play some pass now. Hildebrandt, Lewis, Hildebrandt. Back to Lewis once again. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Mitchell going to let it go, and that one doesn't find its way to the net. Mitchell picks up the rebound. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Another one, and that found Bialik, and Hildebrandt gathers the rebound. 52 seconds to go on the Outlaws power play. Lewis sends that one across. He's got Mitchell. Hildebrandt from the point. A low shot, and that one caught a piece of a body and end up wide. Lewis picks back up the rebound. 11 seconds on the shot clock now. That one from Manning. Tried to sneak it through. Bialik makes a save. Play blown dead. Warriors going to pick back up and head up the floor. They can get pretty close to neutralizing this power play if they're able to hold on to it for the next 20 seconds that's left on their shot clock. Morrow dancing with it, trying to find a lane. Ended up ditching back outside. 10 seconds to go on the power play for the Outlaws. 5 seconds on the shot clock here for the Warriors. That one just going to be rolled behind the net. Quickly picked back up by Owen McKenna. McKenna runs this one across half himself. We'll leave it there now for Carter Mitchell. That's a power play gone by the wayside for the Outlaws as we are 5-on-5 once again. Mitchell sends that one across. He's got Quade Manning. Manning tried to go back down to Brownlee. That one missed its mark. Ball comes back out high. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Mitchell has to let it go, and that one's wide of the net. Sorry, snagged out of the air, I should say, by the Warriors. It's Matthew Lemieux puts that one up the middle and finds Lucas Markel. Markel to the point now. And Drusiak slowing things down. The Warriors in the driver's seat here with 13.5 to go in the third. Can decide their own fate in this one, as that's going to be the expiration of the shot clock. McLeod has it in his stick as he'll move it out now for the Outlaws. Picked up in the middle by Hudson Cook. Quickly dishes that one across half. Regan Walker now gets caught up behind the net. Ball pops out of his stick, and the Warriors going to come back and pick that one up once again. Moving it up through the middle. Trenton Redlick gets across half himself now. Will ditch that one back to the outside for Blake Cameron. Cameron goes down along the right-hand side. He's got Hilkowicz. Rest of the Warriors offense out on the floor now. Last man off the bench is Andrusiak, who has the ball on his stick now. Andrusiak looking for an option. Goes all the way across, and it did connect momentarily there with Chase Bassinger, but ends up getting knocked away, and the Outlaws going to head this one back across half. Lucid up at the point, dishes that one off for Hildebrandt. 12:24 now to go in your third period. Hildebrandt from the outside lets it go, stopped by Bialik. That's going to get the play blown dead as it's stuck up in his pads. Dean Russell going to run this one up along the right wall here for the Warriors, down into the Outlaw zone. Challenging Mitchell is Russell. He'll pass off now down to the left corner. It's Lucas Bowie. Bowie puts that one behind the net and cycling it back up high. Here are the Warriors, dished off by Morris. Ball finds its way to the right-hand side. Now on the outside shot from Nicholson ends up wide of the net, and the scoop shot, and that one's going to bounce off of McLeod and end up behind the net. Rebound being battled for now. And picking that one up is Cale Harris. Ball comes free down in the left corner. Stretch pass sent ahead. The Warriors going to pick that one off. Lafleur brings it back across half, dishes off. Hilkowicz. Cross floor, he's got Johnny Royer. Royer back up to the point. His shot from the outside. That one stopped by McLeod. Just kept it squeezed between his pads. Outlaws remain down by 2. Lewis finds some space and runs this one across half. Outlaws back on attack. 20 seconds to go on their shot clock here. It's down to the right corner now. Lewis up at that left shooter spot, lets it go, and that one stopped by Bialik. He'll settle in the rebound as well. Bialik's been good all afternoon long, settling it down those shots that come from the outside, and that's made a big difference. Stopping some extra possession time from the Outlaws, as well as those rebound shots that can be very, very hard to handle. Warriors back on attack. Nice pass off from the outside there, trying to find Chase Bassinger, who would add some space, but just over top of his head, and Jesse Porter going to run this one back across half. Porter dishes off Mitchell, and he'll go for a change now as Mitchell brings this one in along the left-hand side into the Warriors zone, approaching the halfway mark of this period. Mitchell to the right-hand side. Blodchuk now trying to gather the rebound. That pass missed its mark. As the shot clock expired, the Warriors were able to pick up, so play just going to keep moving simultaneously. Markell trying to find a way past Owen McKenna. Dishes off Royer. Low shot there from Hoagland. Stopped by McLeod. He's been good in this period as well. Hasn't allowed anything by him. It's the Outlaws trying to get back to work in the offensive zone. Rossman goes up high. He's got Mitchell, who has played pretty much every single offensive zone shift so far in this frame. Lewis gets the pass from him along the outside. Now 5 seconds on the shot clock. Lewis wires one wide of the net. That'll be the over and back violation charge against the Outlaws. So it's going to be Warriors ball. And when we come out of our TV timeout, 9:06 remaining in the third. The Warriors holding on to a 7-5 lead as they look to extend this first round series against the Beaumont Outlaws. Tonight's broadcast is sponsored by Rival Sportswear, Canada's fast-growing custom apparel brand. Alberta owned and operated. Always custom, always affordable. Elevate your team with Rival Sportswear. As well, tonight's player of the game is presented by Sports Central. Sports Central recycles and redistributes sport equipment to kids 4 to 17 and families facing financial hardship. Follow NetFront Sports on Instagram for the Sports Central player of the game following tonight's broadcast. And again, I'll make mention of it. The Rebels close out their series against Red Deer this afternoon. So the winner of this series you're watching here in Beaumont tonight will go on to face Fort Saskatchewan in the North Division Final. As this ball out high, a low shot ends up wide out of the stick there. Dylan Nicholson, and another one stopped by McLeod. Outlaws remain within 2. Turnover there. Nicholson brings it back in here for the Warriors. Sends that one up high now. Settled down, Andrusiak. Andrusiak, cross floor feed, and that one got tangled up between Warriors, and now it's a fast break the other way. Tyler Shelton coming in all alone. Shelton scores! There it is! The Outlaws back within 1. And they breathe new life into this contest. It's a 7-6 game in favor of the Warriors, but the Outlaws knocking on their door. Cale Harris, Owen Morrow, the face-off. Ball pops out free. Picked up now by the Warriors. Cameron being pressured along the left wall now, going to bring it to the corner for some space and sends a pass out trying to hit Kai Morris, but it's going to be turned over to the Outlaws. Jesse Porter now runs this one across half. Porter. Left-hand side, he's got Mitchell. 20 seconds on the shot clock for the Outlaws. Mitchell from the point now, going to let it go, and that one's stopped by Bialik. Rebound down to the corner. Redlick settles this one down. Cross half now, Redlick going to spin off Mitchell and has some space up high. 7:45 to go in your third period. Hilkowicz sends that east-west. He has his man in Bassinger. Bassinger down to the corner, finds Hoagland, who rips it from the outside. That one's wide. Another opportunity, 2 seconds on the shot clock, and another one sent wide by the Warriors. That time out of the stick of Andrusiak. Outlaws ball. Back up they go again. Hudson Cook gets across half. Challenged by Lemieux now. Cook brings it behind the net. Back out in front there, and Hildebrand would have had a great A opportunity. Just couldn't quite settle it in, and now it's a numbers game back the other way for the Warriors. 2-on-1. Here they come. Hilkowicz scores! There it is. The Warriors regain the 2-goal lead. Exactly 7 minutes remaining in this game. 8-6 the lead in favor of the Warriors. As they get one back. Battle in the face-off dot. It's going to be Beaumont who comes up with it. Kai Ellis rushing it in. Outside shot, and that one's wide of the net. Ends up off the backboards. Lewis trying to track down the rebound. The Warriors back there battling for it as well. It's going to be Edmonton who comes up with it. In the stick now, Blake Cameron. Run it up along the right side. His offside of the floor. He'll put the brakes on and dish it off. He's got Steve Andrusiak. Andrusiak puts that one back up to the point now. Hilkowicz to the left side. Kai Morris. His pass off to Hoagland, not going to connect. Rebound pops out. Hoagland picks it up, has a lane towards the net, lets it go, and it's wide of the net. Ball going to be turned over to the Warriors, picked up. It's Quinn Patterson on the rush and stripped of the ball by Andrusiak on the back check. A great defensive play from him, and now the Warriors going to head up the floor once again. Matthew Lemieux dishes off. He's got Johnny Royer. Royer challenged way out high as we sink below 6 minutes to go in this third period. Hoagland to the point. Nice move to the inside. Nicholson lets it go. McLeod able to make the stop. Rebound gathered by the Warriors. Fresh 30 on the clock for them. Pass misses. Recovered in the corner. Back up high. Hoagland goes cross floor. He's got his man in Nicholson who steps to the inside, and another one sent towards the net. Rebound going to be gathered by the Warriors. They're saying that one didn't connect with McLeod. Only 8 seconds to go. It's at the point. Another shot wide. Rebound in front. Royer scores. The hat trick. Johnny Royer has his team out in front by 3. 9-6 is the score in favor of the Warriors. 5:10 to go in the third period. We'll head back to the face-off dot. The Warriors in the driver's seat. Dean Russell battling Cale Harris here in this face-off. It's going to be the Warriors who come up with it. Trenton Redlick brings it into the offensive zone. We're under 5 minutes to go now in the third. Redlick taking some checks here from Cale Harris. Now he'll spin off. Ball back up high. It's Royer who just got his team up 3. Goes down to the left-hand side now. Ball cycled up high. Feed into the middle. Royer lets it go, and a great stop by McLeod. Picked back up now by Kai Ellis. Ellis comes up with it in his own end. Going to feed that all the way up the floor now. It's off the boards and going to get away from Tyler Shelton. Bialik comes out and settles that down for his squad, and will put it up along the right-hand side. The Warriors are in the offensive zone once again. Lucas Markel. Up at the point now, Hilkowicz. To the left-hand side, Hoagland. Hoagland to the right. Andrusiak. That pass going to get knocked down. Andrusiak going to have to chase it, trying to keep it above Haas, and he will. Leaves it now, Hilkowicz, and that's going to expire the shot clock. So Outlaws headed back towards the offensive side again. Going to have to play with a little bit of poise now. 3:40 to go in the third. They're down by 3. Shot on net, stopped by Bialik. Gathered in the rebound by him as well. Lemieux gets the pass from him, and we'll head across half now for Edmonton once again. On the road, the Warriors faced with the challenge of extending this series, and they're only 3 minutes and 23 seconds away from doing so. And they'll be back home tomorrow afternoon for the deciding game, if that's the result we find here today. Of course, it's lacrosse. Things happen quickly. We are far from over. Picked up now, Quinn Patterson going to bring this one across half. It's going to be a 2-on-2 the other way for the Outlaws. Patterson lets it go. It's wide of the net. Ball going to stay in play. Rebound gathered by Edmonton. It's in the stick of Brody Stachniak. Stachniak crosses half. 2:50 to go in this final frame. Ball back up high. Hilkowicz brings it down along the right-hand side. Goes back up to the point now. Andrusiak. Hilkowicz, his outside shot can be wide and out of play, but they're saying last off an Outlaw, so it's going to remain Warriors ball. A break for them. Bassinger. Left corner, Royer. Sends it across, Andrusiak. Fake the shot attempt. Spinning off his man now. Goes across the floor now, finds his man that time in Chase Bassinger. Shot stopped by Reed McLeod. Rebound loose here in the Outlaws zone. Beaumont needs desperately to get on top of it here. Play going to be blown dead. It looks like the loose ball push, and it's going to be Outlaws ball. So that's the break they needed this time around. Ball sent up high. Mitchell crosses half. Less than 2 minutes to go in your third and final frame. Warriors in the driver's seat. Outlaws need to get the offense rolling. Lewis gets this ball out high. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Manning. Lewis sent across Mitchell. The outside shot stopped by Bialik. Play stopped and blown back in. Ball all the way down the floor, and Porter comes off the bench to settle it. We're 6-on-5, an empty net for the Outlaws as they make a last-ditch effort. 1.5 to go in your third period. Porter, Mitchell, Porter. Shot from the outside. That one's wide of the net. Rebound gathered by the Warriors. Ball popped out loose. Trying to run it up now a bit is Lucas Markel. His shot towards the net. Guarded by Porter as he'll try to bring it back into the offensive zone for his squad again. Will find Brownlee who lets it go. Stopped by Bialik. Warriors pick up once again. Approaching 1 minute to go in the third. Trying to get back between the pipes right now is McLeod. Cross half come the Warriors. Trenton Redlick now just happy to rag this ball like it's a penalty kill. Redlick getting pressure from Brownlee. Keeps the ball in his stick. Spinning, turning, trying to find space. He'll dish it off. Has Royer. Royer couldn't quite settle that one down. Ball loose. Outlaws pick it up. 36 seconds to go in this period. Play going to get blown dead. It looks like we have some rough stuff going on beside the Outlaws bench. So it looks like we do have a penalty upcoming to Royer. And joining him is going to be Chase Richardson. So now it'll be 4-on-4 for the last 35.6. Outlaws ball. Looks like heading back to the bench is going to be McLeod. Would need a goal just over every 10 seconds here to get this game square for the Outlaws. It's not impossible. Hildebrandt moves it in quick. They have to get something on net fast here. There's no time to wait around. Outside shot from Mitchell, stopped by Bialik. Rebound loose in the 24. 25 seconds on the clock. Warriors come up with the rebound. Ball sent up the floor. Muir unable to settle that one down. Comes all the way down. 15 seconds remaining, and I would say this one is safely in the back pocket of the Warriors as the Outlaws move up. A last-stitch effort. Lewis, nice fake shot. Now going to let it go, and that one stopped by Bialik, and that will do it. We're going to have a game number 3 in round 1 as the Warriors push it to a deciding game tomorrow afternoon on their home turf. Outlaws going to be a little sad after not being able to get this one down at home, but you got to shake it off. Fresh game tomorrow afternoon. Winner will go on to take on the Rebels in the North Final. Your final score from the Ken Nickel Arena, 9-6 in favor of the Warriors. It's been an absolute pleasure here on NetFront Sports. Make sure to tune in tomorrow for that deciding game. Until then, be safe out there.